Hi, Xena. Welcome. Hi, Deborah. Starting a little early here. I'm just trying to set up. Hi, Suzanne. Oops. Hi, Lisa. I'm just going to wait for a little bit more people to come on before I start, you guys. Hi, Cynthia. Just give me a second. I'm just looking at something really quick, see if I can do something on here. Hi, Keegan. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Linda. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Elaine. Eileen, sorry. Hi, Lisa. Thank you. I'm still just setting this up, you guys. So sorry. Just gonna be a minute. Hi, Amy. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Heidi. Hi, Paula. Hi, Yvette. Hi, Misha. Thank you. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Stephanie. Appreciate it. I'm just waiting for more people to show up. I'm just trying to figure this out on the computer as well before we start. Thanks, Stephanie. Terry. Hi, Donna. YouTube just takes a little bit longer to get used to on here, I guess. I'm still getting used to some of the stuff that's on here. Um, Hi, Joanne. Hi, Beta. Hi, Big T from Aloha, from Hawaii. Halula from Illinois. Hi, Holly from Arizona. Whoops. I usually don't get that many people on YouTube as I do on Facebook. Hi, Janice. Hi, Julie from Rhode Island. Hi, Shirley. Hi, Grace. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Idahorn. Hi, Marjorie. Thanks, Sarah. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Gloria. Gloria. Yeah, Marjorie, Facebook blocked me, and when I try to find out what happened, they wouldn't show me what I said or did. So I don't know how I'm supposed to learn my lessons unless I know what I've done. But um, so that was kind of a surprise to me. So I was blocked until hi, Exina. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Julie. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them. Hi, Gloria. Yeah, I agree. They should explain. Hi, Dana. Yeah, I don't know if it was because I don't know if it started with the politics. I don't. It just got really crazy after the last couple of years, I think, or last year maybe. But they they give you these notifications of rules, but nobody reads them because you think it's not going to be that big. But I am. I hope you are too, Joyce. Thank you. Yeah, it's doing it on my phone too. I don't know. This is a YouTube thing. When I go live, it'll buffer, and then it goes live. So I don't know why it does that. I don't know why it's been doing that. Every time I go on live like this, it does this on here. I do like Facebook, Marge. It's just that it's just getting to that point where, what am I gonna have to do? Do I have to do like, I can't remember what they're called, where you have the headphones on and the speaker, and you kind of can go live like that. That way, you don't have to worry about, what you're saying or what you're not supposed to be saying. Hope you're okay, Joyce. That's scary. I've hit a deer before, and that's not a good thing. Hope you have insurance. That sucks. Yeah, and that's a bad thing about YouTube too, is that they keep putting commercials on here all the time. Oh, one thing I got to warn everybody, I'm going to warn them again before everybody gets in here tonight. I have a dog that has kennel cough, and he's the old one. So if you hear that noise in the background, like somebody's dying or choking back there, that's my dog. He's okay. That last couple nights it was pretty rough. I was up with them nonstop. He was just coughing and throwing up. Today's a better day. He has his moments. So you're going to be hearing that that weird noise in the background maybe sometimes, and you're going to hear my other puppy when he wakes up. He'll be playing with the squeaky noise. But I'm waiting for that medicine to come through. I ordered, and hopefully be here in a couple of days. That will help him with his coughing. Yeah, he's okay. He's just an older dog. Um, when I take these dogs to it's called the this place where you kennel dogs and they do like doggy daycares and stuff. And a lot of times I've been bringing them there. And my dogs, especially my older one, gets sick, and I think it's because they get old, their immune system's not as strong. But even though they've all been vaccinated with that, the kennel cough, it's not always that you're gonna be there to keep them through it. Hi, Elma. Thank you, Pamela. Hi, Lala. He's a Jack Russell. He's an old one. He's about 16. Oh, Julie, I'm doing well. I'm doing okay. Um, just watching my dogs. That's all I'm doing. I have a sick one, but he's okay. He's getting better. He would do, my dog would do was just, he would hack and start coughing, and then he would, vomit. Guess yesterday was a bad day. He just kept vomiting all over the place. And when he would lay down, he'd be okay. But once he got up and started try to bark or something, that's when it all started. Yeah, it's kind of scary. Yeah, it's so I'm just waiting for his cough medicine to show up in the mail. And I've taken him to the vet before, and every time I've taken him to the vet over this, it costed me more money. But I have a friend, she used to be a vet, and she told me, not unless he gets a fever or if he stops eating, then I need to take him. But he's been eating, he has no fever, he's just hacking all the time, but he's okay. He's a Jack Russell. Hi, Melissa. Yeah, my dog's going to be 16 next month. Well, they're both born in December. One, the puppy, I think he's going to be 2. Another one's going to be 16. Yeah, they're very smart dogs. They're too smart for their own good, I think, sometimes. They get themselves into trouble. I'm just still waiting to see if more people will show up before I start. I don't know, Joyce, what days in December. I think my Jack Russell's kind of towards the 20th, I think, and the younger one, I think, is on the 16th. I'm not sure. My dad had he told me he had a Jack Russell. And I think he named her Lucy. But this dog lived until I couldn't believe it when he told me she lived until she was 21, and they lived in Arizona. And what happened was with that poor dog, she jumped in the swimming pool and she had a stroke. That's a long, long time for a dog to live. I never knew that the dog can live that old, but apparently they can. My vet told me that Jack Russells are very strong dogs. Like, they just seem to live a lot longer than most breeds. Yeah, I love them. They're good dogs. Jack Russells are my favorite ones. Lisa, I do save. I think YouTube saves my videos. There's a video thing on here that you can go back and check on my old videos if you need to. Do dogs. I've never named them. They're both rescue dogs, and the little puppy, he's a Jack Russell and half. I don't remember what it was called. Rat Terrier. But they've got two personalities. I know. It's unfortunately I got to do this Facebook until January. Yeah, surely it's doing it on mine too. I don't know why. Um, I don't. I think it's YouTube. It does this on here because I think it's happening to everybody on here tonight. I'm doing it live. Melissa, there's a lot of evil in this world. Hi, Jadiza. There's a lot of evil. I think we've seen a lot of it in the last few years. Hi, Connie. And I've seen in the last few years. Hi, Hattie. And what I've seen in the last few years is just a lot of entitlement, a lot of judgments and stuff, and I can go on, but it's just a lot of people are just coming out with just being more just ignorant and being mean instead of helping each other out. But my last video I posted on here was about the COVID-19, and there is a lot of hope. So after sometime in January, things slowly start going back to normal. It's going to take some time, but it's going to get a lot better than 2020. 2020 was the worst. Hi, Janice. Hi, Barbara. I have a great Shirley. I'm tired too. I miss it all the time too. In my opinion, I think we need a good lockdown. I do. I think Canada seemed to be able to control their virus really good, and I think we got to do the same. And it's up my reading said it's going to happen. That pretty much that. We just got to be stronger and be careful. I mean, we got to do it so we all can get through it. And as soon as we do it, the better we can have our freedoms back. I miss traveling around Montana and stuff and going houses to houses and doing readings. I can't do that anymore. I can't even go for them. I don't know why it keeps cutting out, so I apologize. I think it's YouTube. I don't know. Marianne, one of my dog has kennel cough, but he's okay. So you may hear him hacking in the background, so I apologize. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Julie. Oh, somebody said try honey or coconut oil. Thank you. I will try that. Yeah, I think we're all missing that. We miss a lot, like a lot of that human touch, that socialization. It's going to come back. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm hoping that and I think all the states are going to have to take more responsibility and be more strict. As I think with the president, the new president coming on, everything is going to be different, but it's going to be okay though. It's just that we just got to get through it and don't let it fear. Don't this my last video when I posted that last video about COVID-19, it just basically said, don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. You know, People that don't like to wear masks have to wear them, and there's no more excuses this time. And the big socialization of big groups is going to stop for a little bit. It's not like this forever. It's just enough so we can get the time so we can get back to normal again. Oh, thanks, Amy, about the that the garlic cloves and stuff. That's interesting. I'm going to remember that because I'm just still waiting for my the cough medicine to come for my dogs. But thank you. I'm sorry. It's hitting home for everybody. I've had family and friends have this too, and it's really sad. Hi, Kathleen from Baltimore. Hi, Tammy. Then I don't know how to stop this video from like stopping and coming back on. I don't know. I think it might be on YouTube. I don't understand. But I know when it's doing. I see it doing it on mine, so I know it's going on yours the same way. So I apologize ahead of time. Hi, Jamie from Laurel, Montana. That's where I live too. Hi, Carol from New Jersey. Thanks, Anita. Yeah, Caroline, and that's what a thing I don't know if I've posted about that too. Yeah, I've went online to find out. I've already done my own reading about that months ago, and it kept telling me that Trump wasn't going to win. But then I'll go back, because I know times change, and I will double check things as time goes on. And it kept telling me there's going to be a new leader, and it could be Trump. But what's interesting, I was bored one time, and I went online to find out, about. I usually like going on to find out what do these psychics are posting on here, or these prophets or people are posting on here who's going to win the election. And I've noticed that it seemed like a 50-50. But I don't usually like to go out and prophesy stuff like that because I know that it can come back and get me later on. I usually wait until the time gets closer or towards the end before I say anything because I know that if I'm wrong, it's going to affect, people are going to be dropping off my page and blaming me for stuff, and I'm just the messenger. So I usually don't like to do that very often. And I've seen it done to other people. It ruins their career. But it's just time for change. There's going to be a lot of healing for both Republicans and Democrats. The Republican Party will eventually go back, as my reading told me, will go back to where they used to be. It's just like they're getting, it's all healing for everybody. The Republicans are losing their leader. The Democrats, it's just, but at the same time, for both of them, it's like there's right now it's uncertainty because we don't know, but it will get better. There's no fear. Things will get better. It's not a time to blame right now. It's just a time to, just get through this together. Hi, Gloria from Maine. Let's see how much. Well, the good news is when I do these videos on YouTube, I don't get like 1,000 people on here, 700 people on here, less I would on YouTube, like on I'm sorry, on Facebook. Right now, I'm up to 80, 81, 82 people now, which is okay, um, which is okay. But it's so I just got to use this all the way till January. So maybe it's good for some people. Maybe some people might feel they're going to get more, going to be picked more quicker than other people. Oh, thanks, Stephanie. I don't know what you mean by my YouTube is different. I'm not sure what that means. Does it like mess up so much? Alexa down. All right, you guys. I'm just gonna start right now. There's some new people on here that don't know how I do readings, so I'm just gonna have to explain everything like I normally would on my Facebook. So, for all you new people, I'm a psychic medium. I've had this gift my entire life. I, I've had this and I've kept a lot of it in my inside. Eventually, I went to college, got a degree in criminal justice. Thought if I lived a normal life, working for the county and everything, and buying a house and everything, I'd be normal. But eventually, something went. I mean, spirit had another, and the other part is called automatic. I mean, sorry, the other part is called trance mediumship. So the trance mediumship means I can connect with spirit by just scribbling. It's like that. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with spirit writing. It just helps me to connect with spirit. You'll see me looking around. You'll see me, and that's when I'm looking for. When I'm looking around, I'm looking to see if there's any visuals that are part of the reading that I can share with you guys. So I'll do my best to get as much validation of your loved one that's coming through. I'll describe to you of your loved one, what they look like, where they're at. I'll try to give as much validation as I can. Um, just understand that when I connect with spirit, they always come to me looking young. Nobody's ever elderly, sick, handicap, have a disease or an addiction. So if you're spirits will give you messages that you need, not the messages that you want to hear. That's really important to know. So some I've noticed that some of my readings will be quicker than others, and that's just how it is. Everybody, you have to understand it's their personalities on the other side. I'm just purely the messenger that just delivers the message. Now, I will only connect with spirits who've crossed over. When I say crossed over, I'm talking about up in heaven, higher realms, whatever you want to call it, paradise. That's where I connect with. I don't connect with earthbound spirits, and I don't connect with lower realm spirits. And there's reasons for that. My vibration is way up here. It's not down there. Usually, people that do deal with the occult and Ouija boards and stuff like that usually can connect with lower realm spirits. I don't do it. I choose not to. It's not good for where I'm at in my life. Um, what I do is more of a healing thing. I consider myself more of a medium than a psychic. A psychic's never a medium, but a medium's always a psychic. So as my part, I feel like I'm more of the medium than the psychic. So as a medium part, and they will give you messages the same way what you need to hear, what you need, not what you want to hear. And it makes basically to get you on the right path of what you're doing, not what you're doing. So I don't do future readings. I don't do fortune telling. So everybody knows that. Everybody just showing up. If you haven't subscribed to my page, really quick, please subscribe below by clicking that. Every time I'm on here doing a live reading or answering questions, you'll be notified. So please subscribe down there right below. I really appreciate that. Um, and if you guys are having a hard time on this page and you can't type in here, My page on my Facebook, if you go on there, it'll. I just posted a video how to um, get around that, so you can come on here and post on on my live chat. So the basic rules of what to expect when I'm doing readings. Okay, when I so when I connect, so I'm trying to think here. So if you want me to connect with somebody, if you have a fake name on here, please put your real name on here. If you're just I've noticed that there's some fake names on here, but that's okay. But if I find you and I'm getting drawn to your name on here, I can't connect with you because all the stream maybe keep going, and I'm not gonna. It's hard for me to go. And also, if you want me to connect with a loved one, don't just say brother or mom. That doesn't really help me. What I need is their name. So if you put your real name is on there, and you put like Grandma Shirley Jones, for instance, or Shirley. I do not I do not connect with babies or infants, and I'll tell you the reason why. It's like having a conversation with a baby. You can't have a legit conversation with a baby. If that baby's maybe, if the baby died and it's like 4 or 5 years after that, I could, but usually I do those over the phone or in person. I don't do it on here because it's too confusing. Um, I can only connect with people. It has got to be over 30 days after they've passed. So if you want me to connect with somebody, it's not been 30 days, I might not be able to connect with them, just so you guys know. Another thing that does happen on these pages sometimes is when I'm doing readings like this, another spirit may jump. It might be for other people or somebody else on this page. And somebody will come and say, Paul, that wasn't my cousin. I don't know who that was. And then all of a sudden I'm getting another message saying, Paul, I think you just connected with my dad because you said everything exactly what my dad would do or what he looked like. So I don't know who's going to be coming through. I mean, that does happen. Even though I am trying to connect with the person you want, I'm being drawn to. Another spirit may jump through, and I don't know. And I can't go back to get validation on this because my stream is going to keep going up, and I don't have time to go back to Sue's reading it. Sorry, back to reading what's going on there. Um, I do ask that if you guys are on here, please be respectful. When I do these things, it's more for an education and healing than anything else. Let me think what else is important that you guys need to know on here. I think that's the majority of it, though. If there's something else, I can't remember if there's. I'm just trying to think really quick. If there's anything else that might come up as I'm going on, I will explain that to you. Now, understand that a lot of times I'll pick somebody that wants me to connect with them for a medium reading, and I will, and I will give that person that are on here tonight, not just that one person. So just be open to that. Let's see, I think that's basically it. So again, if you want me to connect with a loved one, if I need their name and your relationship to them, and if you have a fake name on here, put your real name on here. And I always pray before and after reading. So we're going to say a quick prayer. And if I forget, somebody please remind me at the end so I can pray at the end, okay? Again, I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I have a little puppy that likes to squeak his toy, an older Jack Russell right now that's recovering from kennel cough. So if you hear that, like somebody's getting choked out behind me, somebody's creeping in, somebody's on here saying, "Oh, did you guys hear that? I think there's something going on in Paul's house." Well, that's probably maybe my old dog. He's having a rough time. He's having a better day today. So we're gonna say a quick prayer and then we'll start. Okay. Holy Spirit, Lord God, Creator, I just ask for your permission to allow me to do this reading for the people online tonight. I do understand that not everybody tonight is going to have a reading, but those who do not get readings, I do ask that you heal their hearts, answer their questions, and continue to allow their loved ones to visit with them. Um, thank you for this gift. Thank you for your protection and all that you do. In your most precious name, amen. Okay, let's see here. Also, really quick, you guys, I don't pick favorites. If I'm drawn to a name, that's where I go, just so you guys know. So I need their name and your relationship to them if you want me to connect with them, Deborah. If you just put in Rob, I need to know if I'm drawn back to your name, who Rob is. Grace, I'm getting drawn to your name. I'm gonna try connecting with your dad really quick. I hope I say your name right in my head. It looks like it might be a tough one, but I'm gonna try my best. So if I give the wrong person, forgive me ahead of time, but I hope I'm not. Um, Grace, your dad tells me that he's sorry that he wasn't able to be with you when he crossed over. He's finally free of all this pain that he went through before he passed, he told me. He's saying all the aches and pains are gone, honey. There's no more. Your dad likes to make noises in the kitchen, Grace. That He goes, I like to let myself be known to her. And I said, what do you do to let your daughter know you're around? And he goes, I'm usually in the kitchen. So there's a noise or something goes on in that kitchen that you would understand what I'm talking about. That you've probably looked in there and you're like, what was that noise? Where did that come from? And he's not doing it to scare you. He's just saying he was right there. So, Grace, your dad tells me that he would come to you as a mule deer. That's how he said it, mule deer. Now, when I see a deer, um, when they come as a nature, because spirit and nature go hand in hand. But if the spirit comes as like say for instance, if he came to you as a mule deer, I would look at that as deers are kind of sociable. They kind of watch over their own. They don't cause any trouble. They always move together. They're always on alert. I think what else you can say about deers. Um, I think they will defend for their own family. I think, but if you kind of look at your dad's personality with that mule deer, that might make sense to you why he would probably come to you as that. So just kind of keep an eye on that. I'm gonna see what your dad looks like. He's got light brown hair. Um, he combs it to the side. Like a light blue or blue button-up collared shirt, and he's smiling. He looks coming to me like in his 30s, maybe mid 20s. Your dad's private. There's a heaven, and then when we die, we create our own private heaven where we like to go. Your dad told me his private heaven is up in the mountains, and he likes it there. So I'm seeing a wallet, Grace, and I'm assuming you may have the wallet. If not, that's just validation. You may or may not have it, but sometimes it will show something in my vision for more validation, and that's all I got. He says he loves you and he's always been proud of you. Tell her not to worry. Everything will be fine. Dad's here now. He goes, I love you, honey. And And it's really interesting, some spirits before they cross over, there's always like some kind of eggs, like not, I wouldn't call it a dramatic exit, but sometimes it can be. So for him, when he was saying he loved you, what I saw with him is that he was going through his door, and then the door shut and he went right through. Usually, usually when I see somebody, they're turning around and they're going back into this bright light or this misty white light. And so when I saw him, that's where he was going. But he was going into the light. It's just this way of exiting. I was seeing him walking through a door, which is kind of interesting. Let me see here. I need okay, all you new people that are coming on, I'm seeing just people's first names. I need which is cool. Sometimes first and last names work, but just I need you guys to let me know your relationship to them. So if you're just putting Sam and not saying my friend or my brother, I won't know who that is. So please, if you're gonna do that, please let me know. So Deborah Shoemaker, I'm gonna do my best to connect. Oops, let me see here. All right, Deborah Shoemaker. I'm gonna do my best to connect with your friend Rob. I don't have his last name, but I'm just gonna go with this one. And again, if I don't connect with the right spirit, then please forgive me. Okay. Just give me 1 second. All you new people, if you're just showing up, please subscribe to this video. When you guys subscribe, it'll notify you every time I come back on here live. I do appreciate that. If you can share this video, that's awesome too. That's what I'm here for. It's just to help people. Thank you. So I'm going to connect with your friend Rob really quick, Deborah. All right, Deborah, this is interesting. I'm hoping I connected with the right Rob. So when I connected with him, I just said, "Did you know Deborah Shoemaker?" And he said, "Yes." And then I said, "Okay, what do you have to say?" And he goes, "Tell her that I wanted to leave from there." That's how he said it. Tell her I wanted to leave from there. That's all he said. And I don't know if he meant that like he was wanting to leave his his soul and leave his body here and leave his soul, bring his soul up there, or if he meant if there's more to that story. I don't know. But that's the first thing he told me to tell you, and I think you understand what that means. I'm sorry. I think he did commit suicide because he just told me that he was so tired of life down there. That's how he put it. He goes, "Let her know that I was just so tired of life down here." Um, he goes, "I am sorry that I never came to you first. I know that bothers you, but I know you feel guilty over this. You feel guilty that you could have stopped me. I don't want you to hold on to that. That's not for you. In fact, I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want help. But I got help now. I'm healed. Please forgive yourself and let this go. I'm happy here. I'm a lot better now. I really am." He's got dark brown hair. He wears a hat. He's come to me looking young. He has facial hair. He's got this big smile on his face, which tells me that he's at peace. He's a t-shirt and pants guy. He's always like being at the lake, and that's where his private heaven is. Because I said, Rob, everybody's got a private heaven they go to in heaven. If there's a heaven, but everybody, as you guys know, when we die, we create our own private heaven. I said, "What is yours like?" And he says he's at the lake. He says, "I've always liked being at the lake." So there's a lake that he goes to in heaven that he likes to go to. Um, So Deborah, he likes to cuss, and I can't say the cuss word because, but just validation that you know it's him. I go, Rob, what do you like to do to let Deborah know you're around? And he goes, I like to F with her radio. That's how he said it. So there's something going on with the radio. So that's him. He's messing with your radio. You've been finding pennies and dimes, and he's laughing because he said all that time, he goes, yeah, I don't know if you've noticed this, but that was me. Because we really had a good times together, didn't we? I love you. I don't want you to worry about me no more. It's okay now. In fact, I want you to talk to me more like we used to talk. And remember the good times. You always had a way of putting a smile on my face. Joking with me or teasing me. You're a good friend. I want to thank you. And I'm sorry that I made you worry so much. I love you. Okay, so as he's leaving, I see a rose. A rose is either a sign of love or friendship, or it's just something that you guys understood between the both of you, or it could have been at the funeral. But there's some significance of a rose. All right. Thank you, Heidi. So, Lisa, pardon, I'm going to connect with your spirit guide. I don't know what's going on, but I just saw your name and I felt like I was drawn to that. So here's the thing, everybody. All you new people showing up really quick. When I do connect with the spirit guide, I don't do future readings. I don't do fortune telling. If there's some future stuff in it, it's not the main part of the reading. Your spirit guide's job is just to get you on the right path of what you're doing or not doing. Some of the stuff you might already know. It's just giving you validation. You don't have to take the spirit guide's advice, but it's there for you to get you on the right track. It's all because we have free will. But understand that a lot of times when I do these readings for one person with the spirit guide, it's meant for other people as well. And I don't know why that is. It's just the way spirit works. Because a lot of you are probably going through the same thing, and that's why a lot of you are on tonight. So I'm going to connect with your spirit guide, Lisa, and find out what's going on. Wow. Lisa, when I connected with your spirit guide, this is the first time I've had this in a long time. Your spirit guide, first thing she told me, she said, tell Lisa she is not on the right path. So there's something that you're not doing, or you forgot, you're not on the right track about something. Let me find out what's going on there. Your spirit guide tells me you need to set aside your priorities because your priorities should always come before anything else. You need to slow down, Lisa. You need more time for yourself to adjust. I'm wondering if that means change. The thing that's missing within you right now, Lisa, you always feel like there's something missing, that something's not right there. That you don't know what it is, but there's something you can't figure it out what it is. Your spirit guide's telling you what that feeling is that you need to connect with God. So you need to get back with that relationship with Him. So whether that be your relationship through the religion, a Bible, going up to the mountains, whatever that may be, you got to do that for you. But you got to get that relationship back, and you need to start praying for yourself, praying for others in your family. Right now, a lot of people right now need a lot of prayers. So you need to start getting back with Him in your own way. That's a huge part of what this reading's about. Once you get back with God, things will slowly fall back into place again. But that's up to you and your belief system. but you're going to be okay. You need to slow down. Your health is okay, but you need to slow down. Otherwise, you're going to end up having more accidents because you're not paying attention and you're always in a hurry. Okay, your spirit guide's pretty straightforward. She goes, just tell her what I said. This is it. So that's all I got. Everybody's got a spirit guide popular. Sorry, I'm just trying to read here where I'm getting drawn to at this moment. So just give me a moment. Sorry if you're hearing the squeaking noise. That's my puppy. And that noise you're hearing, that's my dog coughing up because he's got killing cough. So I apologize ahead of time. All right, Tammy Blake, I'm going to connect with your dad, Ronald Thompson, really quick and see what's going on there. Your dad says he's so sorry that he left you so early in this life. He said it was not his choice. He says, sometimes I'll come and visit her. In fact, I visit her every day, but there have been times sometimes where I do visit her in dreams. So he has been in a dream or dreams of yours. And sometimes in those dreams, they don't usually talk to us. A lot of times they're just smiling. And when they're smiling like that, that's their way of saying that they're okay, that they've crossed over. It's just sometimes that visual that will help us get through that. He said he says, I want her to know that I finally found true happiness. My family always made me happy, but there was another part of me when I crossed over. There was that real true happiness that I've always yearned for, and I'm back to it. So when a spirit tells me they're free, that means that they're free of whatever that was holding them down physically, mentally. It could have been an addiction, whatever that was, whatever he had that was holding him down and didn't carry on with him in heaven. He's just reminding you that he's never left you, that he's always been here. Your dad's got dark brown hair. He wears a hat. He looks young in my vision. I want to say in heaven, he looks like he's in his 20s, early 30s. T-shirt kind of guy. He's wearing pants. So when I see your dad, he's leaning up like against this fence pole. I mean, this pulled fence that you see like out in the prairies. And then when I'm focusing on it closer, it looks like he's on some kind of ranch. So that would tell me that's where his heaven is. Everybody's got a personal heaven where they go to. So this, I'm assuming your dad either liked the ranch life or he was, I don't know, maybe he wanted a ranch life, but this is where he's happy at. And he's sorry that he never got to say goodbye to you the way he wanted to. But he's thanking you for being there towards the end. He says, "Thank you, honey. That meant a lot." Um, um, Tammy, do you have your dad's belt? I don't know why that came up. Sometimes I'll ask the spirit, I'm like, "Hey, can you show me something or tell me something? Like, what do they have of yours that give validation, like something materialistic?" And I could have sworn it said belt. Um, but he keeps saying he's sorry that he had to leave you all like this. But he goes, "I love you. You tell everybody I'm okay. And you talk to me more, okay? Don't stop talking to your dad. I'm here to listen, honey. That's what I'm here for." Anyways, goodbye. He says he loves you. And he's crossed back over. So, all you new people that are just showing up tonight, do me a huge favor. I don't ask a lot for anybody, but I do. One thing I do ask is if I do pick you guys for a reading, I just ask that you do something good for somebody this week. You don't have to spend money. You just go do something nice to somebody. Just pay it forward. Also, please subscribe to my video book down here. When you guys subscribe to this video, what that does is it will validate. I mean, it will help you guys. So when I'm on live for either videos like this or other videos, you guys will be notified. And if you can share this video so I can help other people, that's what I'm here for. But let me connect with Tammy Lemire, your son Cody Wine. I'm getting drawn to your son's name. Thank you, Hattie. Tammy, your son tells me, he goes, "Tell my mom I didn't know that it was going to end up this way." His life was taken too fast, he said. I want to say this seemed like some kind of accident. Um, he loves you, and he says, "I want to thank my mom for everything she's done for me. She doesn't understand this, but she's done so much for me. She's kept me out of trouble. She helped me when I didn't know I needed help. She's done so much. Thank you, Mom. I want you to know that I've come down every day and I visit with you." He goes, "Will you tell her that?" That's what he told me. Um, so your son has come in dreams, Tammy, and I'm not sure. I'm hoping that you get them, because sometimes when we're mourning, we're not paying attention to the dreams, and they're not coming to us. So some of us have to get through the morning cycles for them to get through, but eventually they will. But I have a feeling that you've seen dreams of him. Um, so Tammy, your son's laughing. He goes, "Tell her my mom I like to mess with the clothes. And I'm like, you like to, what does that mean? You like to mess with the clothes? And she goes, when she folds them or she puts them somewhere, they end up on the ground or they go unfolded. So whatever, and you're scratching your head and you're wondering what's going on with that. That's your son. He's messing with you. He messes with the lights. So the lights will either flicker or they'll dim. And that's his way of saying I'm right here. He's laughing. He goes, I do a lot of things to her at her house and around her to let her know I'm around. There's a tapping noise you may hear. And I don't know if it's like strumming of the fingers or some kind of tapping. And if you listen to that tapping, it's not very long, but it's good enough to get your attention. Short brown hair. Wears a hat sometimes. He has a t-shirt with a hoodie. I want to say the hoodie looks gray. And he's smiling. He's just kind of like a thinner kid when I see him. Um, Give me 1 second. So when I asked Cody, I said, Cody, where's your private heaven at? He tells me that his private heaven, he likes to go to an amusement park. That's where he likes to go, and that's where he spends a lot of his time. I love you, Mom. Tell everybody I'm safe and I'm okay now. Don't worry, I'm okay. Don't don't think you could have stopped or made anything happen. It happened because it was meant to be. I love you. Anyways, goodbye. Okay. All right, Casey Klotz. I'm gonna connect with your spirit guide. I'm getting drawn to your name. Give me 1 second. So Casey Klotz, your spirit guide says you're on the right track. So when a spirit guide says to me that the person's on the right track, that's kind of like a report card. So it's like getting A's and B's. So that's a good thing. But your spirit guide did tell me that you need to be around more people and you're getting lonely. And and that's hard because right now we're in the middle of that pandemic and then we're gonna get stricter rules pretty soon. So what Spirit Guide is saying is that you just need to reach out to people over the phone or the internet, whatever you can do, but don't feel like you are all alone. You need to reach out to more people. Sometimes you need to go out and take walks when the weather's nice, but you don't need to stay home unless you choose to. As long as you're wearing protection and you're not around big crowds, you're gonna be fine. But just don't feel like you always have to be stuck in one spot. Maybe you can meet somebody out for coffee, one of your friends or family, and just things you can do that you guys can still keep your distance and you're gonna be fine. Casey, I want to say you have a kid. I want to. It's. You have a son, but your kid is going to be needing you soon. So I don't know what that means. It could just mean it could. I don't think it's something really big. But whatever your kid's asking a question, just listen in and see what your child needs. I keep getting things are going to be okay with you. So whatever you're worried about, they're going to be okay. Um, and it's hard for me to get specifics because I can't get that validation with you as if I were over the phone or one on one. But your spirit guide keeps repeating in my head, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. So just know that whatever you're worried about, things are going to work out. Okay. I wish I knew what the question was. I can go further with it, but that's all I'm getting. All right. Let me see here. All you new people, please subscribe to my page below so I can continue to do this, and you will be notified when I am live. That does help you guys as well. All right, Sue. I can't say your name. Pit Tithori. I'm gonna connect with your dad, Ralph. Pit Tithori. Um, Give me 1 second. Your dad comes to me looking young. They always come to me looking young. Nobody's ever elderly, sick, handicap. When we go to heaven, we all look like our 20s or 30s. So he's coming to me pretty young. He's got longish brown hair, kind of like medium length, not too long. He's got some facial hair, like a long sleeve button up collared shirt. It's kind of like a light brown colored to him. Um, I want to say he's coming to me like in the 60s or 70s, that kind of that look. Then he's smiling, which tells me he's at peace. Wherever he's at peace. So your dad's heaven is at the beach. So I'm seeing him, and I can see the wind blowing. There's a beach behind him, so that would be where he likes to go. Um, your dad says I didn't want you to worry after my death, but I know she does. She's all she does is worry. Your dad tells me he enjoys making you laugh, Sue. He says he likes. I never heard that word for a while. He says he likes to play hijinks on you. So he must be like doing something around you or around your house all the time, and you're noticing things. Let me find out what he's doing. He messes with the TV, the radio. Let's see. Sometimes the movies or movie. I don't know what that means. Um, He's been known to move things and return them back when you think you thought you swore you put something somewhere and you go back and it's there. So that's what he likes to do. He's laughing. Um, Give me 1 second. Your dad enjoyed long walks. He enjoyed the outdoors. He liked people. He was a people person. Tell her I love her. And tell her I'm sorry that I couldn't say goodbye to her the way we both wanted to. I love you, honey. He's waving goodbye. Thank you guys for subscribing. I do appreciate that. Those of you who are, that does mean a lot. Okay, just give me 1 second. I just gotta take some deep breaths for a minute. And when I'm doing that, it just gets my vibration up a little bit higher so I'm able to connect easier. So give me 1 second. All right, so as I'm taking deep breaths, I keep seeing this vision of this lady standing like in front of my face here, and she's got like short blondish brown or blonde hair, and she's smiling, and she kind of reminds me of one like that lady from the Brady Bunch. You remember the mom, how she had that hair kind of style? But I don't know whose mom that is, but whoever it is on here, if you know who she is or a family member or friend, it's just her way of stopping by to saying that she's here and she's okay. All right. So if you're using a fake name on here, please put your real name on here. It does help me. What also helps me to connect with spirits is if you can give me their name as well. So if I'm drawn to your name on here, and you don't have a real, if you don't have a real name, I might have to skip you. I'm just trying to find out where I'm getting drawn to, so give me a moment, guys. Philippa, let's see, it's Philippa, sorry, Philippa Castro. I'm gonna connect with your uncle Antonio Pinho. So give me a second, okay? Philippa, your uncle says, tell everybody in the family I've gone to a better place. He goes, I'm sorry that if I ever caused the family so much pain at times, and I'm asking for forgiveness. I love them all, though. He didn't get to say goodbye to many of them, but he wished he did. He goes, I have been coming to them in dreams. He's free of all this, so that means whatever he had when he crossed over didn't go with him. Dark brown hair. He's got facial hair. Short, dark brown hair. Comes to me looking young. I see him like in a blue sweatshirt, and he's smiling. He's got a dog with him. Where's the dog with him? He's outside. In his heaven. He tells me that he's at the place he always likes to be. He always loved to be, and he says it's his family home. So that's where he goes to in his own private heaven in heaven. Your uncle liked to go out and have fun, he tells me. So I don't know, maybe he was a younger guy, or he just liked going out having fun. He liked to socialize. So what he does in your family, Philippa, is he'll mess with the lights, and things will drop. They fall and they make a noise. That's what he tells me. He goes, no, because tell Philippa I love her, and tell everybody in the family I'm sorry. I love you all. He waves goodbye. All right, you guys. I'm gonna see how many more. See what else I can do really quick. I'm getting really drained right now, but let me see here. You're welcome, Philippa. So, really quick, you guys, if you're on my Facebook, I hope you are. If not, I'll try to remember to put that on here so you can get on there. But if you're on my Facebook, if you need me to do any phone readings, private message me, and I can schedule something for you. I do have these gift certificates available. They don't ever expire. So if you're interested in something like that, let me know as well on my Facebook account, because I don't have private messenger on here, unfortunately. Let me think what else you need. But I'm just seeing if I can do one more reading. I'm really drained right now. I don't know which spirit took so much out of me during this time, but I just felt like everything just like whoa right out of me. So I'm just gonna try to do probably a spirit guide reading, and on here I'm just gonna see who I'm gonna pick this time. So Bianca Garza, let's see what's going on with you. Bianca, you get upset over the smallest things sometimes so easily, is what I'm being told. Um, you can't let everything get to you. You always seem to let the smallest things get to you, and you sometimes overreact. And I'm not saying that. That's your spirit guide. She's telling me to say that, okay? Um, she goes, she's just reminding you when these times come like this, you need to take time out for yourself. You need to either learn to take some deep breaths through your nose, you need to go out take a walk. But you don't need to stay in that area and choose to fight and argue, because when you start fighting with somebody, it's just going back and forth, and it escalates. And she's saying that's not where you need to be. She goes, you need to be where you need to away from all that. You need to practice that more. You don't need to have the last word. She goes, it's not. That's an ego thing. If you're getting angry, walk away. You don't have to have that. You don't have to feel like you have to be at that last word, that last power to struggle. She says you're going to be okay. You're going through a lot right now. A lot of things that are going on in your life right now can be fixed, but there's some things that can't, and then accept it. There's things in all of our lives that we can't fix that are going through us, and understand that we just got to write it through, and you're going to be okay, Bianca. Your spirit guides tell me you've got a wonderful spirit, but you don't show it enough. You're like an empath. You care a lot. You care too much, in fact, sometimes, and that can get you in trouble. But you hide that at the same time. You have a tough, it's like you have a tough exterior, but at the same time you have a really mushy heart right here, and you don't want people to see that. You don't. I mean, that's if somebody sees that, that means you're vulnerable. Does that make sense to you, Bianca? So your spirit guide is telling me to tell you, you need to start bringing that out more. You know, if you see somebody out that's homeless on the street, if you don't have money, just go and talk to them. Just show us a little bit more empathy, show some more love to strangers. You're gonna be, and that's what she's saying. Just show more love. Forgive. She's saying, I keep getting the word forgive. Forgive yourself and forgive others more. Practice it. And if you can practice that, Bianca, you're gonna be more happier, and you won't have to be worried about the struggles and the frustrations anymore. You got to let a lot of that right here is one of our chakras right here. And what you do is you hold a lot of that anger, that forgiveness, all of that negative stuff goes right here with you. And I'm sure it gets tightened up when you get that way, or you get frustrated, or the anxiety will kick in. That's that chakra right here. You need to, if you ever get to that point in your life, you need to learn to meditate. That's going to be your best medicine for you. Meditation, or learn to do yoga often. That's what she's showing me. And when you're able to do that, you'll release a lot of that. But also at the same time, if things are so frustrating for you, even in your past, you need to learn to journal more too. Because you have trust issues. You don't trust a lot of people. So start journaling more. That's what she's showing me. But beyond that, you're doing pretty good. You're on the right track, Bianca. And that's the good news, because that means you believe in God and you pray. So keep doing that. But just start showing your heart more, is what she's saying. She says you're going to be okay, kid. She's crossed over. All right. All right, you guys. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for subscribing to my video today. Thank you for showing up and showing your support. That does mean a lot. I'm going to go back on my Facebook page and put that information and how, if you guys want to message me for phone readings or anything like that, and I'll put the prices. I'll put those back up on my page again. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you for supporting me. Unfortunately, I got to do this on YouTube until January, but I'll get through it. We'll all get through it. Thank you guys so much. God bless, and I'll see you guys Wednesday or Sunday on this page. Thanks a lot. You guys are awesome.